Okay, thank you, PTO. And then next will be the RBHS music sponsors.
How are you today?
Good, how are you? I'm Diane McClellan, I'm the current secretary of the music sponsors, and I'm here on behalf of Doris Perry, who's the president, who couldn't be here tonight. So, report up there, but we continue to operate as a committee under the RBHS PTO during the 2014-2015 school year. And as Kristen stated, we're currently in the process of establishing our own 501c3 status with the IRS. The officers for 2015-16 will be Doris Perry, President, Candy Longo, Vice President, Terry Marsh-Souders, Treasurer, and myself as Secretary. On our April 2015 Treasurer's Report is also included in this report. We have tentatively prepared our next year's budget to accommodate any spending that will take place from July 1st until our first meeting of the school year in September, at which time we will approve our budget for the school year. And we're still in the process of paying for the Apollo Awards and that the students received, and for the scholarships awarded by the music sponsors to the music department students. We continued to have strong fundraising year with students. World's Finest Candy was a big success for us. You can see the revenue was over $24,000 with expenses about $12,000, the profit $11,834.35. We also sold cheesecakes, and you can see the profit for that was $3,193. We do the holiday concert program and ad book, and got a profit of $2,232.50 for that. So we have a total fundraising profit of $17,259.85. Part of that fundraising goes to student trips for the choir and the band, so the disbursement was $8,795 this year. So due to our successful fundraising, we'll be able to provide $2,500 in scholarships to students. Those were awarded at the Apollo Awards, $500 each, $1,600 to the drum majors, and $1,000 teacher wish list for Mr. Baum and Mrs. Morelli. A student from the band and orchestra and jazz groups and 2 students from the choral groups were awarded those scholarships. The students completed an application form and auditioned for Mr. Baum and Mrs. Morelli. Mr. Baum purchased chair lifts to assist with the relocation of chairs for setup and takedown in the band room, and Mrs. Morelli utilized funds to provide assistance for the annual educational conference as there were no funds available at the school level. Many students participated in fundraising even though they were not participating in the performance trip, and the motto was to pay it forward for future students to benefit from scholarship opportunities. We continued the tradition of assisting during the 4th of July parades for Riverside and Brookfield, the Von Steuben Day, I think that's right, Steuben Day Parade, in the city, marching band field support, hosting receptions for Halloween concerts, instrumentals, chamber concerts, holiday concerts, Jazzapalooza, vocal jazz concerts, and the Apollo Music Awards. We also provided support for various in-school events as requested by the instructors, and for example, the 8th grade feeder school invites and the host schools for festivals. Music sponsors also participated in the registration, freshman parent orientation, open house, and We Are RB in order to connect with more parents and host our first invite to the feeder school parents held in March prior to one of our monthly meetings. The music sponsors information continues to be located under PTO. We do have a website initiating. We'll be uploading all the information for history, and we'll be updating the site over the summer in preparation for the registration process that will take place in July. We would respectfully request to continue to have access to all parent emails unless they opt out during the registration process. That was very helpful to us to have those, to do sign-ups for receptions and concerts and such, and we hope to utilize that a little bit better during the upcoming school year. We also work to publish and promote the music department activities through local media, but have seen only minor success promoting the great music our school and students provide the school and community. Members of the choir and band represented RBHS at the Memorial Day celebration in Riverside. The students provided prelude and postlude music. A 2012 graduate provided additional music talent for the program and assisted the band. The choir performed a medley of all the armed services anthems and sang the national anthem for the United States of America. RBHS music sponsors would like the continued assistance and of administration and individual members of the board to promote the importance of the music department and fine arts at our school. And we're looking forward to a robust year of musical performance by respective instrumental and choral groups at RBHS and the greater community at large. We will continue to provide support to the school, faculty, and students and promoting excellence through music for the school.
Diane, as you move to establish under your own 501c3, please pay attention to board policy 8:90, and I believe that lays out what the board wants from their parent groups, which is, we'll help you with the website. It looks like you already have the link up there, so that's fine. Your financials look fine. It's just a fact of generating your bylaws.
Yeah, the bylaws have been worked on for many months, and the president and the treasurer have been working on all that, and so hopefully those will all be, everything will be up to code and what have you soon.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll get our approval from the IRS for the 501c3.
So in general, are we starting fresh this new school year, July 1st? You'll be on your own, or?
I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, when that will come in. I'm the secretary, not the treasurer, thank goodness. So as soon as that happens, we'll probably post everything and get it out.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Any questions or comments from the board? Any on this side? Any questions or comments on this
I have
side?
one question.
Sure.
We had a lot of music families, students come to several board meetings, make a blog, et cetera, addressing not to quote it, but this idea that we decimated the music program, and we asked our we didn't understand why. We were very surprised as a board. I'll speak for myself, but I think it's a consensus. We've subsequently had our administration do a lot of research into really how our music program has been supported and what's available for the last 5 years, in which we put the data out on the website. Have we, cleared the air? Are we getting now support from the music group that we haven't decimated the music program, and that they do understand that we, as a board, support music at RB?
I can't speak for the other board members, but I think it was something that has always been an issue to continue the robust music department that we have. At the last Christmas program, we had 14 ensembles produced by 2 teachers. And so that's a lot of work for 2 teachers to be doing, and they do an excellent job along with that. Anytime you're going to have a cut to a program, a reduction in a teacher's day, you're going to have a reaction, because we don't want to see a spiral going down of that just based on numbers. I think the students also were pretty vocal about that in the Clarion and didn't want to be looked at as just numbers. And the data was great to see. When you say clear the air, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's not the case.
I'll speak for myself as a board member. When we hear we cut classes, and then we turn to the superintendent and say, what class did we cut? We cut one class that had 3 people register for, that isn't run most years. We cut staff, yes, and I don't want to debate with you, people's opinion on whether, 0.1 per 0.9 was fair, because we have to weigh that in, but we added musical, we added a play, and people, to be honest with you, it's almost hurtful sometimes when people make fun of us because we bought uniforms and said, well, we're trying to help mom. People thought it was like insulting the way we said it. So as an individual board member, in the last year and a half, we ran, we've done more, a lot more. And, at the end of the day, we do have to make decisions that, we have 2 coaches for track or cross country. They have a lot of kids for the same reason, because we have to weigh the benefits and pluses of all the different programs and what's fairest to all.
I understand that. The play and the musical are not under music sponsors. Orchestra, instrumentalists, and vocalists are music sponsors.
Okay.
So the play and the musical do not play into what we do as a parent group.
Okay.
I spoke to the comments that were made at the March 10th board meeting about the uniforms, and I mentioned how discouraged I was to hear laughter coming from the board. And at that point during the YouTube recording, you couldn't see the board. It was not but the camera was not posted on anybody. So as a parent, that was very difficult to see that it was paraphrasing, well, we bought them uniforms, what else do they want? And then there was laughter that came. So we can go back and look at those minutes if you like and see that. I really don't want to debate that here tonight.
No, I don't either.
And so I think we just need the continued support of the board to make sure that you know, the program stays in good standing. And I don't think it's not in good standing, but you know, it's a difficult situation when your children have been playing music since 4th or 5th grade, and then all of a sudden the kids and the parents, some may not have gotten as much information as we do as board members, and came maybe without as much information as they could have, and the kids reacted, but that's a good thing, isn't it, for to have a healthy debate about what's going on in the school board?
It's a good thing to have a healthy debate, but the question is, the debate helped us think about it more and do analysis.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally believe the analysis shows we really have not cut music program here.
Well,
So
I think it would be great.
You gotta help us with the communication. How do we, because you're the music sponsors, you're asking something of us, and we're kinda asking something of you. As the music sponsors, have you looked to see, and if so, unless you find some problems with it we could address, or do you go back and say,
I read the report, but I
Okay.
don't have access to the data.
okay,
So I can't analyze that report like you all would, or Ms. Fantana.
okay.
You know, 9 pages of data for someone that doesn't have the raw data in front of them, you know, we just have to go with what it says.
Right.
So we're gonna move on, and we're hope
Okay.
that things go really well next year. And we would love to see more board members at the performances, so you see all the wonderful things that the kids are doing. And unless you have any other questions?
Thank you.
I do have one question. On the winter performances, Dr. Skinkis or Ms. Tana, is that not practiced during their class time? Aren't some of those performances what they're working on during their class?
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of times they, during class, will be practicing and preparing towards leading up to their performance. And then sometimes they'll try to find additional time to practice as a large group for the numbers that they come together. But a lot of the music that they learn through their class.
It's all curriculum based. It's their courses that they're taking that they perform.
Right, so in many ways, this is the harvest of our wonderful instructors to be able to show what their students have been able to do. I mean, in some ways, it does feel, when they say, you know, so much work and only, you know, 2 instructors, this shows what the instructors have been doing during the day. You know, it's not, in some ways, you get the feeling that it was above and beyond what they had to do during the day. So, and I've had 3 kids go through band, all 4 years, whether they liked it or not. So, you know.
Well,
we're
I'm not there
fortunate.
during the school day, so I can't
Right.
speak to that. But I do know that they put in a lot of work during the day, and they should be commended for it.
Well, and I think that happens during those performances where people can see that work and they appreciate it, and instructors are applauded, if I'm not mistaken. I know they have.
Well, I don't think the instructors are doing it to be applauded. I think they're doing it for the students
Right.
and for their career path.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Diane, thank you.
And good luck this year, and coming up to a full 501c3.